A live look in Washington, D.C. A foggy morning there as the sun has yet to come up over the U.S. Capitol. After that deadly shooting in Minnesota, many in Congress are calling for stronger security measures. The FBI and Capitol Police say threats against members of Congress have been rising. Leaders are now asking for better protection. Our Adriana D'Alba has more on their growing concerns.
There is renewed urgency in D.C. Lawmakers on Capitol Hill are calling for stronger security after a deadly attack targeted state lawmakers in Minnesota. There's a push for more protection, even as a path forward remains unclear.
Violence has absolutely no place in our democracy.
On Capitol Hill, growing calls for better protection.
There are many things we can do as a body to fix this problem.
In the wake of the shooting death of Minnesota Representative Melissa Hortman and her husband in an attack on Senator John Hoffman and his wife,
we as leaders must rise to this moment and speak with one voice to condemn violent political attacks.
Minnesota Senators Tina Smith and Amy Klobuchar speaking out.
And I'm sure in the days to come we will offer legislation on security and all kinds of things. But we don't need to pass a law for people to turn down the rhetoric.
Tuesday, security officials briefed Congress. The FBI and Capitol Police say threats against members of Congress are rising sharply, nearly 9,500 just last year, the highest number since 2021.
It is not enough to just condemn these acts and move on. We need to recognize something needs to change.
Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer and other lawmakers now calling for more funding to tackle the threats. But the politics are tense. Some blame rising rhetoric. Others argue free speech protections complicate solutions. GOP Texas Senator John Cornyn saying it's always a resource issue and it's trying to make sure that it's proportional to the threat and not an overreaction. Senator Smith honoring her friend, the late Representative Hortman, saying the threat is no longer theoretical, it's personal.
Millions of Minnesotans are better off because of the work that she did. And may we all find a way to recover and be better after these terrible attacks.
In Minneapolis, I'm Adriana D'Alba.
Now, the man charged with killing that Minnesota lawmaker and her husband could face the death penalty. Minnesota, the state, abolished capital punishment back in 1911, but he does face both state and federal charges, which means federal prosecutors do have that option to pursue it. Now, if it happens, this would be the first time that state has carried out an execution in more than a century.